Ready for Crackhead Bob? Or do I have to do this first?
What is that?
Let me just clear out the phone line because this guy's been holding on since 6, Gary tells me. Eric, go ahead. Eric? Okay. You there? All right, we can move on to Crackhead Bob. All right, so we sent Crackhead Bob out to... the Graceland had its 20th anniversary of Elvis's death.
Yes.
So we take Crackhead Bob and we dress him up in an Elvis costume and hang a sign over his head that says he's Elvis's cousin. Good premise?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's right in front of Graceland?
Yeah. Now, meanwhile, he's like so retarded looking as Elvis. But meanwhile, there's a ton of guys walking around as Elvis impersonators.
Yeah, everybody's dressed like Elvis.
And they're looking as retarded as he is. But they're goofing on him and stuff, which makes no sense. Elvis impersonators shouldn't be allowed to goof on anybody. Crackhead Bob, man. He's out there. So Crackhead Bob tries to go into Graceland. They won't let him in. You know you're not allowed to be an Elvis impersonator and go into Graceland?
Oh, you cannot dress like Elvis and get through the gate?
No.
I didn't know that.
Can you believe that? Isn't that dumb?
Like that?
Right in front.
What?
He was right in front of Graceland.
Yeah.
In this wacky Elvis costume, no problem. He took like 2 steps backwards and was on the property, and like Secret Service, they descended on him and tossed him right off.
They tossed him right out because he looked like Elvis.
Man, why is that?
Elvis.
Why can't you dress like Elvis and be on the ground?
Like, why would you care? You should be happy somebody even shows up to Graceland.
They actually have so many people they can have rules.
So here is Bob as Elvis. First off, we have...
So the premise is that people can come up and ask Bob any question.
You're allowed to ask questions. So people think like he's there as part of the 20th anniversary.
Oh, you're kidding. They thought he was official.
Right.
À tout à l'heure.
Oh, there's French.
The question is, what was the recording that he made for his mother?
But, that too.
Pardon?
That too.
I'm sorry.
Does that answer your question?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Bob, say your answer again.
That too.
I'm sorry, I don't understand that.
Bob, please repeat your answer.
About time.
Well, I don't know what that means. I know the answer, but I don't know what he said.
See, this guy didn't understand. We said you could ask Elvis's cousin a question. He was giving him like trivia questions because he wanted to see if he was valid.
Well, that's what most people did, Howard.
Yeah, I know. It's weird because why are they doubting he's Elvis's cousin?
Well, he wasn't doubting it. He thought it was like, I think he thought Bob was like a trivia master.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to know stuff about Elvis? You know.
Well, they want to know what song he recorded for his mother.
I know. Everyone got into this trivia thing. It was weird.
Bob, you want to repeat them one more time, nice and loud, so he can hear you?
That was good.
The song was My Happiness.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
People would come up and ask him to sing and stuff.
Let's hear it.
And he does anything.
Would you like him to sing a song for you?
Yes, sing a song.
Well, you make a request.
Suspicious Minds.
Take you,
Now he's in front of Graceland singing this thing, and this woman is like, "Oh my God!"
He sounds like he's doing an Indian worship.
Oh yeah, I think
Suspicious Minds.
Don't sound like it.
That's Suspicious Minds.
And you know these people have not one ounce of sense of humor.
Don't sound like it's saying that.
We'll make another request. Make another request.
Love me tender.
Crunchy tender, crunchy tender.
And they're getting pissed because they think this is part of the celebration.
That's Love Me Tender.
No, it's not. What's he speaking in?
He's speaking English.
What kind of drugs is he on? Yeah, what kind of drugs is he on? That's what I want to know, too.
Like a sick dog.
This is Cousin.
Well, I don't believe that because he was,
And he's in that Elvis. He's got the bad wig on. And
The arm and
and his bad gimpy arm and TCB sunglasses and everything.
And the sideburns are nowhere near the hair.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's so funny.
But everybody thinks Bob is foreign.
I don't know what they think. Because, I mean, they're looking at him pissed because they think it's part of the celebration
and they're
they've
not very
paid.
pleased with.
Yeah, and they're not pleased with the activity.
In what Elvis movie did Elvis sing the song Violet?
Something.
Violet.
Something.
What movie?
Something.
Does that answer your question?
I didn't hear what he said.
Bob, repeat it.
Something.
Clam bake? No. What's that? What movie did Elvis sing the song Violet?
Something.
What's the answer? I don't understand what he said.
Something.
Clam bake? That's wrong.
What language is this?
It's Hawaiian. It was in The Trouble with Girls.
What do you say? He speaks Hawaiian?
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian. He's Hawaiian. Elvis's cousin from Hawaii. Dial-a-date. I thought he said
I
dial-a-date.
thought he was saying Dial-a-date, too.
Yeah.
Trouble with girls?
Right.
All right, so here comes some British broad.
Well, we've come from England, and there was 990 came with us.
990?
990, and we got 26 coaches.
This woman's just really mad because she's flown all the way from England, and she thinks Bob has been put out there as part of, she's like, this is a ripoff.
Well, yeah, she's proud that she brought 990 people with her.
And then she got to Graceland, and then she sees Bob.
Wow. So you're going to be spending the day here all day?
We've been here since last Friday. Went to Triple O for 3 days. Then we
Going
come
home
up
tomorrow.
here,
Going home tomorrow to England.
and we love Elvis.
Oh yeah.
So being from Sweden, is it great to meet Elvis's long-lost cousin Bob?
Yes. And can I ask you, have you a visit card? Maybe I can call you from the club in Sweden. You can come over and singing.
Okay.
Maybe you have a card. But we like people.
So all these tourists are really digging meeting
They're
Elvis's
going to
cousin.
hire him to go to Sweden and sing.
Yeah, until he starts talking.
Coming over from many places in the world.
Elvis impersonator type people.
Yes.
But this is his cousin. This is officially his cousin.
No, it's not. Never. No. Never. No.
Well, would you like him to sing?
Elvis couldn't have a retarded cousin.
That's the song, and you will sing it, and you will be able to tell.
Anyone can sing Elvis songs. All the impersonators down the whole hotel. That's not a cousin.
Ask him a
Elvis
question.
would be 62 now.
this is
How
his
old are
cousin.
you? What?
59.
I can't even understand you.
31.
Right, and how are you Elvis's cousin then? Through what relation?
Because I did.
Yeah, well, tell us, who is your auntie? That was Elvis's. What's your relation to do with Elvis's family?
You know this girl?
Let him answer the question.
You
if
know
it's his cousin.
this girl? Donna? Yes.
What was your question, ma'am?
The question is, what relatives are you related to that come directly from Elvis? Names some names. Who is? Yeah, names some
Who's
names.
your mother? What was the mother?
Who is your mother? What?
God the same.
What?
God the same. Butter.
I can't even understand you.
He's from
What was
Hawaii.
your mother's name and what was her relationship to Elvis? If you're his cousin.
Father. Song.
Yeah, but what relation are they to Elvis? If you're a cousin,
Guy's a retard and you're yelling at him.
you've got to be closely related. Oh, well, how are you?
American.
You're a bloody foreigner.
She's a bloody foreigner.
Come on.
You're not American. How can you be a relation to Elvis? You can't even give us the name of an auntie or anybody.
There. Dollars. Then.
Well, we can't even understand you.
You're not an
You're not
American.
American.
You're not American. No
Don't
way.
give us that bloody
You're not.
rubbish.
You're not American.
I would tear that down if I were you before you get assaulted by the rest of the true Elvis fans.
Yeah. So they're like browbeating this retard.
That's so pitiful.
All you got to do, I tell you, man, you go outside of Graceland, man, it's just, it's sick out there. And then some other guy, didn't this next guy come over and start yelling at them?
He got pissed off because he had actually met Elvis once, and he was explaining how, what Elvis means to people. And
Yeah, here, check this out. Everyone's pissed at Bob now.
Why do you have to die?
With the other. Yeah.
Wait a minute. That was the doctor's fault.
Yeah. Was. Yes.
It's like a conversation with a total retard.
Yeah, he's like, no, that was the doctor's fault. Why
And
did
isn't
he
it
have to
amazing?
die?
Like, people, when Bob just grunts, they hear things in it. And they start yelling at him.
They keep going to the next thought.
Right.
Why didn't they send that prick to prison?
You should. You should.
I mean, I think Elvis would have still been with us if it had, that doctor left him alone.
I'm so mad at you, too. I mean, me, too. She was mad at you.
Elvis was for real.
Yeah.
He was the love of a lot of lives.
So everyone's coming up to pay homage to Elvis's cousin.
I'm telling you, we should have rounded up all these people.
Well, we got him on tape, so.
Take him away.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He's actually having a conversation with
Oh,
Bob.
yeah. And like Chauncey Gardner, it's sort of like people hear whatever they want to hear in Bob.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was important to us. Maybe he just didn't know how important he was to us.
Yeah.
And that's what eats my lunch. Because if he could just see this today and know how many people loved him, maybe he would restrain from those drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, we're what he was all about. I'm from the 50s.
Yeah.
We are what he was about.
Animal grunting in the background. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just waiting for Bob to say something to him.
That's it.
He was a part of us. He was an era that struck home. Like the Beatles. I mean, you know, they started a fad. Elvis was for real.
That's it. Okay.
Did you know that Elvis used to make monkeys?
I met Elvis.
You did?
Right there at the gate. He rode his horse up there at the gate. I got a signed autograph from him. This was back in 1956 when I was a teenager.
Wow. Jeez.
And he's still living with that memory.
Well, then you should be very happy to meet his long-lost cousin.
I ain't going for that crap.
Oh, I thought he was buying it.
I thought he and Bob were bonding.
Yeah, so did I.
You know,
I do Vester, I do all of them.
Thank you, Doug.
Vester was a friend of mine.
Thank you.
He was walking away and he just kept yelling at Bob. Like,
Yeah.
He's pretty mad at Bob.
He is?
Yeah.
God. So then we tell Bob to go cry in front of Graceland. But nobody notices. Nobody cares.
Candy said Bob was the least weird thing that was going on in front of
Yeah,
Graceland.
that's what's weird about seeing it on videotape, because I watched the video. Crackhead Bob's there crying. You'll hear, and it's just like,
Sorry, baby. I love you, baby. Oh, baby. Jesus. Oh, you want a tongue, baby? You seen a tongue? You seen a tongue? Jesus. So, baby. Jesus. You seen a tongue? Oh.
And nobody noticed.
no, nobody cares.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, all right. So then, this is Crackhead Bob's visit to Graceland.
This is hysterical.
Tina Don, baby.
The only word he can say clearly is baby.
I don't know. Then these two Elvis impersonators get pissed off at Bob because they don't like the fact that he's parading around as a cousin.
you guys would call yourself Elvis impersonators?
I've been doing it for about 10 years now.
What about you?
And they look weirder than Bob, quite frankly.
I've been doing about 6.
Where are you guys from?
Well, I'm from Baton Rouge, and he's from Walker, Louisiana.
All right, I just have a couple questions for you. Would you worship a guy who died taking drugs?
I don't want to answer that
Why not?
because I don't think he died from taking drugs.
Oh, what'd you think he died of?
He died of he was sick. He was taking prescription drugs, but I think the man had a heart attack. That's proven. They did that's, you know.
Boy, these guys, they love Elvis.
Oh, boy, they'll justify anything.
Don't we have two different countries in this country?
I think maybe several.
You know how Canada, we've learned that they have people who want the French culture and then the people who want the English culture? Well, we have, like, them.
We have people who want the dumb culture.
The dumb culture.
People who
And then
want
we
the
have,
smart
then we have the smart culture. Like, I know, I just can't be living in the same country with these people.
They're not electing our president.
Put the Elvis people in Montana.
They're driving around.
All right.
But I like that.
How can Elvis be a role model if he dated an underage
I don't think I
girl?
want to tell you.
No. Any comment on it?
I don't have any comment on it.
On that one? Can I ask you another one? Do you think that if more people knew that Elvis paralyzed a woman's breast with a pool cue, it would change their minds about him?
I don't know what Elvis did, and that wasn't proven to me. I can't judge the man.
Hey, Elvis.
About what other people say.
What about, did you know that Elvis called ice cream itty cream?
No, I did not.
Did you know that he called...
Elvis did call ice cream itty cream.
Really?
Yeah, itty cream.
Itty cream.
Where's my itty cream?
Why?
Is that what he called it? Or
Because
is that
he talked baby talk.
Yeah.
His mommy, you know, he had a weird. I told you, he used to sit there and massage the back of his mother's boil. His mother had a boil on the back of her neck, and he'd massage it, and he called that sooty.
Satnin.
Satnin.
Yeah, but sooty.
Sooties was the feet.
Feet.
Oh,
Her
right.
feet
Her
was
feet.
the cities.
And his goddamn mother looked like a raccoon.
Was that to make her feel good or for good luck for him?
No, it was just
I'm
like
serious.
he used to sleep with her until he was like 18 or something.
You don't think he was getting off on rubbing the boil,
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah.
And
He's-
so was she.
And I mean, you know, if your mom has a boil on the back of her neck, do you
Don't
really want
rub
to
it.
rub it?
It's a boil.
Most people wouldn't even make reference to it.
I know, and he named it.
That's my satin.
Satin. That's my satin. Itty cream. Give me some itty cream for Mama while I rub her satin and her sooties.
Put up her cities on the.
He had baby talk. He was a little baby Elvis.
Named her Boyle.
I just love your boil so much.
What else did he name?
I just love you so much.
He wrote a million.
Yeah.
Named that Boyle.
And his mama had raccoon eyes just like Elvis did. Because they had those blackening
And
of
those
the
don't
eyes.
look good on a woman.
No. Big, giant, dark circles. Big old raccoon eyes. What is that from?
I don't know, but they all have it.
Is it lack of sleep?
Because even Lisa Marie had it for a while, and then she lost it. Like
She
it's-
did?
Yeah, I used to see it on her.
probably covers it with
yo-
makeup.
Younger pictures of her when she was like 17 or 18, you'd see it.
She's a piece of ass. God, she looked good at the MTV Awards.
I don't even think that was her.
That was her.
It was a whole different person.
But doesn't she look like she's in another world and
Yeah.
she doesn't know where she is?
Yeah.
Like I think Elisa Marie is kidnapped and they drug her and bring her out.
I know. I think Scientology has a hold on her.
Really?
Isn't she a Scientologist?
Always not here.
Yeah. She doesn't look like she's... Well, Elvis had that same look.
And even when when she was married to Michael Jackson, I don't think she knew it.
I love the shooters. Shooters and Shatner. What about itty bitty cream?
Itty cream.
Itty cream. Itty cream.
I had no idea what the man did in his personal life.
He's a human being like you are, bro. He had his own problems. You got problems too. You don't need to be around here.
Uh-oh.
You got real problems now.
You don't have front row seating.
We don't need your kind around here.
Got a gun rack in the back.
Where are you from, New York? Jew?
From the ghetto.
Who's that, Ganji out there?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Ganji.
Ganji.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you, sir.
Uh-oh. Get your ass kicked.
You're in the wrong place.
They were pissed off at Crackhead Bob. Hey, so then we got to ask the English one?
No, this is actually marked wrong. So then there was this lady that was
Yeah.
out in front of Graceland, and she is really pissed off that Ganji's going around asking people these Elvis questions. And she's got so many theories about Priscilla and about the drugs and everything.
Okay.
It's not worship, okay? Like you guys are trying to say. I mean, we had this woman here with Mickey Mouse on and telling these young kids that they were, worshiping the devil and that drugs and the whole thing. Okay, what you guys got to remember is he took prescription drugs, okay?
Wow.
And he had a lot of sickness. He had glaucoma, he had colon. I mean, problems. He had all kinds of
I got a
stuff.
colon.
And there's not nobody.
You know, Elvis was 42 when he died. How many problems could you have?
How could he
Get
have
sickness.
been this sick?
Get sickness from all the
The
drugs.
colon problems were from taking all the drugs.
Yeah, his colon spazzed out.
They take some kind of prescription drugs, and to make it look like he took street drugs is really bad. And why does the media want all the, negative stuff? I mean, the man, when we say king, we're not putting him above Jesus. Even he said that.
Really?
He said Jesus is the king. Okay? But that's just the title because we can't give him any higher title than the king.
How about emperor?
He's still under Jesus. And true Elvis fans believe that. Believe me. We're not crazy.
Come into the light.
Oh, welcome.
Come into the light. Oh,
Come,
welcome.
children. Oh, welcome.
Oh.
Come into the light.
Come, children. Come into the light.
Cross over, children. All are welcome. All welcome. Go into the light.
Let me ask you a question.
No, and you know all those other questions.
Right.
You know how many inches in a foot?
Well, how many are there?
12. Come on, and I'm not going to go through all that because I see your purpose. You're trying to say, okay, Elvis fans are so stupid they don't even know this, but they know about Elvis.
Right.
You know, that's what you're trying to do.
Well, all right,
and it's wrong.
But let me
It's
ask you a question.
wrong.
Since you know all about Elvis,
No, I don't
knowing
know.
a lot.
But let me tell you, he didn't seduce a 14-year-old, okay? In the South, in those days, and I don't know if they still do it, but that was the thing, okay? He was 21. He was a young man,
Right.
okay? And she was a very mature 14-year-old.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so give me your daughter.
She knew her.
Yeah.
And her father is the one that gave permission for her to come down here. And Elvis promised to marry her. And he,
Would you let
whether he
your
loved her or not,
14-year-old daughter
no, I wouldn't.
date somebody 21 years
No.
old?
But you know whose fault that is? It's not Elvis's. It's the parents. And she got everything.
Yep.
Okay? She got bought. And she got everything.
You tell them.
It's the truth. And, you know, they're going around asking all kinds of questions just to see how stupid we are about anything. How many inches in a foot? You know?
How
Did
many?
you know that, I mean, here's Elvis, a man who shot a gun at someone who gave...
No, that
Who gave
is
him the finger?
incorrect. He shot a gun at a television set.
Well, that we know, too.
No, because he was angry. And you know what? He can do that because that's who he was.
He's the
And if
emperor.
I want to shoot a television, I can. But that's not going to make any news, you know? But he didn't do it because someone gave him the finger. So don't try to make that kind of a story. No. Okay? He was a lonely man among all the people, but he loved the people. You know, he loved the people.
Wow.
And yes,
You love him?
Yes, yes.
Come into
But
the light.
not
Come.
Cross over, children.
I'm not worshiping him like you guys are trying to make it look. Okay? He was one in a million. There'll never be another one like him.
What about me?
You know?
I'm one in a
Love
million.
The man. What's wrong with that?
What about Crackhead Bob?
Don't put him down. And Priscilla was no sweet little thing. Come on.
So you don't like Priscilla?
14-year-old.
That sounds like Nambla. The 14-year-old knows what they're doing. They're not.
She's no sweet little thing.
14-year-old knows.
She's been around the block.
Yeah, she got everything.
No, I don't like what she did to Elvis.
What'd she do?
Okay?
What'd she do?
When you're married to Elvis and you have an affair with your karate instructor and you leave Elvis for the karate instructor, and then when he died, she was living with her hairdresser. Okay?
They were divorced.
No, I'm sorry.
So you think she shouldn't have gotten anything?
You know what? She is the mother of his only child. That is her place in history.
There's
Okay?
Lisa Marie.
She'll always be the mother of Lisa Marie. And that is why we, in our own way...
Do you know anyone so... You know, we're on in Memphis.
Oh.
We're on WMFS
We're talking to
92.9.
these people?
Yeah, I was nervous going on to Memphis. I almost didn't allow our show to go on in Memphis.
have to support her and like her in a sense because we can visit Graceland. But as a person, no. No. But Elvis made a promise to marry her when she was 14.
Absolutely.
And he kept that promise whether he loved her or not.
Beautiful.